if you
yoga.
widen it to escapism or the altering to like escapism, yeah, I would say everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody needs that. And then I would move it up to like number 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
definitely.
I never thought of it before, but you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
We're driven that way.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
We all want to do something that takes the stress away, makes us forget about whatever. Exactly.
We
But
need it.
everybody
Have
wants
you
that.
ever seen a baby that had been given some medicine that makes them go to sleep, or so? Or, and they're like that's the good sleep, and they smiling and they sleep and
it's
smacking their
real.
lips.
Yeah, so they wiggling and shit. That baby about to go to sleep. Hell yes. That is the truth for real right there. It's nothing like a good escape.
Oh, next story. Tennessee man accused of dipping his testicles in customer salsa.
I laughed before you even got to the end.
Right?
Too much.
That is hilarious. I laughed as soon as Dejan posted this.
I thought this was, I prayed to God this was fake news. I was like, please not the salsa. I love salsa.
No, this guy down in Tennessee works for a delivery service like Uber Eats or a Grubhub or something like that. It's not either of those. I think it's a local regional. It was one I've never heard of. I think like driver delivery. It sounds super generic.
Right.
And, when you use those services, they ask you for which I think that's what, they shouldn't be asking you for a tip before. I hate when they ask me for a tip before the service is provided.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
First of all, tipping is
Optional, whatever.
it's kind of like, it's getting to the point where you're starting to rub me the wrong way, just the word tip.
Right,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
companies now are expecting us to pay their employees.
Right.
Right.
So I'm already like, kind of like, when I just see the word tip. But then I see it before I even get what I'm asking for or paying for, and then I'm really like turned off. So anyway, this driver had to go 30 minutes, make a 30-minute delivery, and they were only tipped 89 cents, which is probably whatever the change was, from the order. And they were pissed off about this, and because they felt like they are
going out of their way.
Like going 30 minutes is like somehow above and beyond the fucking job description. Like that's what you're supposed to do. That's
Make
what you
a
get
delivery.
paid for. And they decided they were pissed off because they didn't get the tip that they felt that they were, deserving of, that they were entitled to.
You're supposed to tip after
So this
the
guy
service.
literally takes his balls and puts it in their salsa that they order from this Mexican restaurant.
P.S. A lot of times with tipping, even online delivery and stuff like that, I like to tip cash because for one thing, some of them services don't give the drivers they tips anyway. I've heard, and I also want them to have something that they can claim it or not claim it.
Right.
That's on them.
Right.
It's from me to you. This
Right.
ain't business with your company.
Right.
Yeah, I know the servers prefer the cash, and sometimes I do cash if I can. But if I can't, I figure you'd rather me put it on my card than not give you a tip at all.
True.
Right? So given the choice, I'm sure that would be their druthers. So,
But I know sometimes it'll comes out for mine. It'll say no tip, or some of them give you the option to write in cash tip.
right.
But it'll say no tip, or it might be just the change. And then I just did that last night. Like I put $1 tip, but when he got to my door, I gave him $5.
Right.
Now what if this person was like that? What if this person was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give them $5, or $1 or whatever they said they was gonna give them.
Whenever they got the door.
At the door, I'm gonna give them the cash.
Because that's me. I'm going to tip you after the service, so I know how much I'm going to tip you.
But
I'm
because
tipping
you
you
don't
based
see
on
it
your
up
service.
front, you assume that you're not gonna get anything.
Right.
And you put your dick in my food.
Oh, God.
Not dick, testicles.
Balls. Yeah, he put
Right,
his balls.
Dino.
Your hairy balls.
Wrinkly.
So we actually have
Sweaty.
it's a short clip, but I'm gonna go ahead and play it. So you can't see it, but you can hear. There's a lot of conversation
Just
going
hear it
on
going,
between the driver
dip,
and
dip.
The driver also has a passenger that's rolling with her. The driver's a female, and I guess she's got like an assistant because she needs to help, with her job or something. I don't know, or if he's just riding along to keep her company or what. But he's the one who decides to put his balls in the salsa.
This is what you get when you give an 89 cents tip for an almost 30-minute drive.
Feels good on my balls. Oh.
This is what
They just cracking up. They think it's hilarious.
I hope his balls burnt off. I hope
Okay.
it was some salsa picante.
I know. I wish he had stuck his dick in it. That way, maybe a jalapeno go up
How
in
did he
his
get his
urethra.
Right?
dick and all that? Oh my
It's
God!
just his balls.
I know, but he had to pull it out the zipper and just
Maybe he
dip
didn't
it.
have that
He
much
put
to
the
pull
whole.
away.
There's a little cup of salsa and little styrofoam cup, and he just
Yeah.
takes it. and He's got like on some sweaty tight pants, so he just stretches them out and puts his whole thing, the whole cup in there, and dips his balls in there.
Feels good on my balls. Who
Yeah.
says that? You dirty
Ignorant
piece
ass.
of shit.
Somebody going to jail?
Right. He's gonna go be in jail.
And
Oh, I
then
hope that salsa burned him. You right,
That's
Pimp.
enough to make you not want to use services like that.
Yes.
Because first of all, the food's expensive. Then they charge you delivery, and then there's the tip and all. I mean, that shit adds up
Mm-hmm. Quick,
fast, right?
quick.
The only reason I got delivery, actually, I got delivery from Booze, which is by our house. So,
Yep.
you know, I could walk there, but it
Yeah.
was raining.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm
No.
like, not tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
And then you gotta
services
wait.
like this, that's their busiest time during, rain and snow and stuff
That's
like
why
that.
I gave him the $5 because I recognized. I'm like, you
Right.
did something I just didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I had done tours in the rain,
Ooh.
and I got tip. And so I'm like, let me pay it forward.
Pay
Thank
it
you.
forward. Yeah. That's good.
Right. And also, if these companies want to encourage more tipping, then you need to lower your delivery fees.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
I would say encourage
They ain't
less
doing
ball
this.
dipping.
Yeah.
Put that in the manual.
Thank
Right?
you.
Well-
Why is there a second passenger? There's so much going on.
Well, they said that this driver is some rogue independent person. I don't know how that works. How can they be a rogue independent person when? Well, I guess that would just mean that they're
Independent contract.
and they're not following the rules, but they threw the rogue on there.
But
Lord.
I could also
But-
see the case for a female driver wanting a companion
Okay.
for safety
Yeah,
reasons because you don't
yeah.
know what house you're going to roll up to.
That's true. And I did have a friend. She was driving, and she would have her husband with her sometimes. And then he would stay in the car, and she would hop out.
Right.
So then they'd have to do the pole parking thing. But just that's a lot.
'Cause
That's a lot.
I knew when Uber was new, I rode in the car with this old, like a grandma Mexican lady,
Mm.
and her husband was in the passenger seat.
Oh wow. They about to rob my wife. Not
So they
today.
said that this driver had been in trouble for other infractions and stuff too. So they've been fired, and they also reported. The company said that they reported this driver to the police.
Oh, thank God.
So
Thank God. I hope they, do their due diligence and take him to jail and her.
right.
And I wonder what the people who found out about this. Who?
Because they didn't find out about it till
Yes,
after
and
the
that
video
salsa
came
was
out.
long gone. That salsa was long gone
These
by the time
fools
they.
posted it on Facebook.
Woo, that salsa was long gone by the time they seen that post.
That's the thing
Oh, I know
that
they was
I
pissed.
don't get is people continually get busted by posting stuff on social media, and then people still keep doing it.
I know, that's dumb.
I don't understand
Yeah.
that.
Mm-mm.
This is not the first food story that's happened that way too, where somebody
No.
posted it on
No.
social media
Mhm.
only to have like fool. Come on,
Especially you showing like a person's face.
putting their dick on the bun or dipping their
You
balls
know,
in
like
the salsa.
it'd be different if it was like all anonymous, like where you just see what they see,
Stealing
your
hot
point of
dogs
view.
and they poo poo.
You don't see the person in the video is all point
Right.
of view or something like that. Like I could kind of see that, but when there's actual faces in it and you still posting it, what the hell is wrong with you?
The part that got me was when she said, "This is what you get for leaving an 89-cent tip for a 30-minute drive." Like, that's not what you signed up for.
Right.
That's what you signed up for when you were a delivery
She
driver.
better not ever move to L.A. Try to
Right.
be no delivery person.
Every
Shit.
delivery is 30 minutes.
Shit.
The place I ordered from that was down the street took them 45 minutes to get to
Okay.
me.
Okay,
And
'cause
it
you
only
still
takes
gotta
5
wait.
minutes for us to make the sandwich.
Thank you.
Okay, so we got a local story here.
Hmm.
A local story here out of East LA. Female college football player makes history.
Oh, yeah.
Gets full football scholarship. And here's the clip.
Antoinette Tony Harris unveiled her new Eagles shirt today, celebrating her football scholarship to Central Methodist University in Missouri.
I kept my faith, and God just kept me going about my way.
The 22-year-old Detroit native was the first woman to play football at East LA College as a free safety, and today she signed a letter of intent to become the first woman in history to get a scholarship as a position player at a university.
Anytime you have a groundbreaking, a breakthrough in a sport and anything really, you'll have certain individuals, other females, that'll look at it and say, hey, I can do it too.
Her East LA teammates say they knew right away the 5'6" Harris was something special.
Go to the first practice, see a woman out there. I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm like, all right. I'm like, we doing this today, okay? Get in the weight room, she lifting more than me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to step my game up.
Harris, who's just as comfortable in a dress as she is in a football uniform, grew up in foster care, was adopted at age 13, and survived cancer at 18. She's the first person in her family to graduate high school and go to college to study criminal justice. Now she hopes to become the first woman in the NFL.
If it doesn't happen, then I can just pave the way for another little girl, to come out and play or even start a women's NFL.
Toni Harris says her ultimate dream would be to play football one day for the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
But she says she also has another plan, and that's to become a homicide detective. At East LA College, Angie Crouch, NBC4 News.
Shout out to Toni Harris. Now, that is some black girl magic for you.
I'm so moved by that. That was a beautiful story, actually. That is amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, that girl is a survivor. She's a strong woman, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You hear all that she been through?
My God.
Man.
Here I am with a little cough. This girl done been through a lot.
A lot.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that part moved me. Right.
And the thing about it, like, one of those things that they mentioned just casually listed off is
Could
like...
knock somebody out.
Right.
Easily.
Set you down the wrong path.
Understandably, though.
Yeah. Each one in and of itself is like a huge thing with so many other things attached to it. You know what I mean? Just layers and layers. And it's just like, man, that's wow. Shout out to that girl.
I would love to find out how she got into football and how she stayed encouraged. I mean, I know she's something, in
a male-dominated sport.
But somebody at some point in time had to introduce that to her and say, like, this could not necessarily these words. This could be a way out, but just sort of saw something in her or introduced it to her, and she just took it and ran.
And safety, that's what they call a skilled position. Like one of the more you have
that brains. You have to think ahead.
Well, yeah, that, and you got to be like super talented physically, like gifted, like you just that's one of the toughest positions. So
wow.
That's
all right.
That's kudos to her. I'm sure somebody saw her and was like, you could really do this, take it seriously, and look at where it got her. It's just so encouraging to me because just like she said, so many other girls are now gonna move forward with this, and I'm just so happy. That was just like the best way to end off Black History Month for me, for real.
All right, now we got a little TV talk. I love that drop.
Oh my God.
As if you couldn't tell. So TV One is working on a Bobby DeBarge story.
Yes. Now, I heard about this like a few years back, but you know how you hear stuff and then it doesn't come about.
Right.
But I got the picture of the whole cast, and yes, it is happening. So I am very, 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 very excited to see this one. It's going to be on TV One. Y'all know they always do like those life dramas, and they show the life dramas on there. So I know this one is going to be good. And from what I'm told, this is going to be the first one of a few, maybe even more from the DeBarge family stories.
Yeah, because you could do like one for Ale, one for James. You know?
You could do a whole year once a month.
Right.
To the Barge family.
Right. They like the Jacksons. This is a gang of them motherfuckers.
Right.
I know. La 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 la.
Okay.
Get them all up in there.
I'm excited for this one too, and one of the reasons why is because the last several that we've had, I kind of was familiar with the stories already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Bobby Brown, New Edition, Whitney Houston, whoever, all the ones that we've, had over the last few years. We kind of had
an idea.
I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the story already, if not better than familiar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But the Barges, for whatever reason, not that familiar with them.
Right.
I saw the unsung on this brother.
Oh.
Okay. He's got some stories. They all got stories.
Yeah.
Usually involving drugs.
And what's funny is it seems like,
See, that's about all I know. And so I'm interested to find out how that transpired throughout all the siblings.
All of them have drugs and lots of kids.
See, you see what I'm saying?
So.
I'm excited.
They come from a drug family.
Yeah.
Right.
It's typical sex, drugs, and rock and roll story.
Yeah.
For sure.
That much I know.
Yes.
That much I know.
Yes. So
But
shout out.
Their version of that story, I don't know. I'm not familiar with.
Yeah. So everybody make sure you check it out. I'm excited to see it.
So speaking of biopic.